Alright, guys, so we have a treat for you tonight. I'm doing another cast tonight, a little bit of a last minute one, but we have Team Question Mark versus Boofers. This is a Division A game. I'm joined for the first time ever with Zarad as my co caster tonight.
What's up? You can call me Z if you want to.
Z
Kind
works
of my
as well.
yeah, that's my nickname.
Alrighty.
So everyone pronounces it differently, but that's what we'll go by.
Did I pronounce it correctly when I said Zarad?
Honestly, I don't even know what the correct pronunciation is anymore. Just one of those things. It's always different.
Alright, well, we're going to see some meta bans coming out here from the side of both of the teams here. The Lone Druid, of course, very, very strong currently in the meta, and the Ember Spirit, if you're not going to be playing it or get first pick, you definitely want to get him out of the pool here.
Probably just gonna be mostly meta picks. Neither of these teams really know anything about each other.
Probably, yeah. And we are in Division A, which tends to be more, the bans are more meta, usually. Whereas if you're in things like Division B or C, it's more comfort stuff, where you're like, oh, I hate Slark, I don't want to play against Slark or Omni or what have you. Slardar is also going to get banned again, another really, really strong hero right now in the meta.
Yeah. Sutter is also one of the top picked heroes recently. I mean, we've only had, what, 13, 14 games, I think, so far played in the season. So, statistically, you can't go off much there, but some of the top heroes are Slider. Ogre has also been picked up a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him again.
Yeah, it looks like they're really taking their time with the second ban. Not sure if Boofers are going into this with like a setup strategy, or if they're going to be thinking about what they just don't want to see mid. In this case, they've taken out the Shadow Fiend. This is interesting for me. It's really difficult because Team Question Mark, actually, I know some of their players, but of course their names are all question marks.
You don't know who's who.
Make this very uncomfortable. Like one question mark, I know Satan. All the question marks that are the right side up, I believe, is Magic Man, and then the other one, I believe, is Geggle Smash. I've seen these guys play directly in Autumn before. It's gonna be one hell of a time trying. Oh wow, we've got a Chen pickup right off the bat.
Followed by the Venge.
Followed by the Venge. This is interesting. I like those.
That's good push.
Yeah, very good push. I wonder if they're just gonna run like head on straight, or if we're gonna see a vengeful carry. Even I'd love to see that.
Have we seen that yet? I haven't been able to watch all the games.
Not in any of the games that I've cast yet, and I'm not sure if we've seen it in the actual tournament yet. But I know it's very, very strong, especially with her talents, the way that they are. Yeah. She can dish out a lot of damage pretty early, so definitely worth it there. I do like the Centaur pickup though too, over on the side of Question Mark. It's a really strong offlaner. He's got the ability to be able to you know, initiate or, you know, counter-initiate, run them out of any bad situations.
Yeah. He's also one of the highest win rates on Dota buff in, I think, every skill bracket.
Yeah, Z, if you guys don't know, does a lot with our stats and things, so he's going to have a lot of good input.
I like numbers.
Pick rates.
He's been picked, Centaur's been picked twice so far with 100% win rate, so I really like the hero too. He's just so durable. His level 25 talent is just ridiculous. But
you get that Ags on him too, it's even better.
It's actually unreal.
Interesting choice that they choose to ban out the Wyvern. I think they're afraid with Chen having all the creeps that he has, plus any sort of cores that they pick up, that Winter's Curse can be really, really strong.
Yeah.
Especially being able to have the mobility with the Centaur Altar, just being able to run in. Because Wyvern suffers... Actually, I mentioned this in my earlier cast, just how badly she suffers with being able to get into those fights unscathed and get her ulti off before she's just melted.
Yeah.
So we see the Drow band out. I think that's a very smart call on the side of Team Question Mark here, because with a Venge and a Chen, you know that they're going to want to push early, so they don't want to give any extra advantages. Can't talk tonight, my goodness. It's almost like it's late.
Oh, almost, maybe. It's not late in other countries.
That's true. That's true. For me, on the U.S. East Coast, it is a bit late.
This is actually the first time we've seen Coddle this tournament.
Good old Kundalini.
Yep, so there's originally 53 unpicked heroes, now there's 52.
Luna actually gonna get banned out here, so we're not gonna see that super push. Of course, the Shadow Demon was taken out, but there's still a lot of really good heroes that would have gone with the Shadow Demon, such as like a Terrorblade. I've been
Hmm.
seeing too, like a lot of like the support CK with pickup with the Ags has been ridiculous as well. If you're doing something like a Terrorblade, but they do have decent
CK
wave
can
clear.
just, yeah. His damage is really strong, and it's team fight. He can just pick off one hero right away, pretty much, and then you just work off that. Juggernaut, he's been. I gotta check through my notes here. He's been picked decently amount of times.
I feel like Jug's a comfort hero for a lot of people as well.
Yeah, he's in the top five. 5 games played,
I guess this
60%
is
win rate.
I guess this Vengeful Spirit is not, unless they're setting this Jug mid, which again, it's kind of an open-ended draft. I don't think the Venge is going to be a carry, which in this case means that Boofers is opened up with 2 supports, which is a little risky sometimes because you
Hmm.
can't really respond to what's being thrown. Sven's going to get picked up, so we're going to see the Keeper of Light Sven spam, which is going to mean whoever is in the off lane probably just shouldn't even go into the off lane. That's a kill lane. Get into Iron Talon, go jungle or something.
Yeah.
But we'll
Um,
see what ends up happening here. There's still, they could use someone for initiating over on the side of Boofers. There's still an axe in the pool. We'll have a little bit of trouble dealing with the Keeper of the Light spam, but otherwise there's nothing really to cancel a blink for that axe at this time. What do you think would be
I'm,
like a really good draft here on the side of the Boofers right now? Because it looks like they're going early push. You've got your Chen, got Avenge, you got a Jug.
well, it's just another question of like, are they for sure running the Venge support, or are they kind of just leaving it for now and seeing what they want? Kind of just pick something and then be like, oh, it's a core now, it's a support. But
Yeah, I like open-ended drafts a lot because you can really play with them a bit.
yeah, like if you want to just go for more push, you could put the Jug mid and the Venge safe lane in Chen and just pick up like a Witch Doctor for the heal as well as a stun for extra push. But
Well, it looks like Boofers is really trying to consider what they want to do here. Also, still, I mean, again, because it's so open, they still do need an offlaner though.
mm-hmm.
And I was actually
I,
just thinking Clockwork
I was just thinking Clockwork too.
because
Oh
even
man,
though you don't want to be stuck in cogs with like a Sven or something, if you're able to just put the cogs forward and separate him from his team, that's a
exactly.
lot of time of God strength that he's just not gonna have time to slice into everyone else. Also, that coddle's gonna be super sad.
Division is also huge. They have lots of initiating heroes, as well as you want to be able to know what's going around you while you're pushing.
And right now, they're kind of cooldown dependent on the side of Team Question Mark here because, you need the Sven to have the God Strength to go into fights. Centaur, obviously, you want to have Centaur ulti up to get in or out. And over on the side of Boofers, it's a little bit more of a skirmish lineup where they can kind of, take their time. Not the best team fight, honestly. Again, they do have room for one more hero.
Mm.
But they can kind of play around cooldowns right now with the draft that they have.
The thing with Boofers too is they have a draft that can work really well early game, and can kind of just 5-man pretty early. While I feel like Dire, they have to Team Question Mark, they kind of have to farm up a lot more. It's going to be a lot harder to keep up. But there's also a sniper now, so
This is a little scary, though, because you've got a sniper, but you have a Clockwork.
yeah.
So if Clockwork's really gonna be in sneaky, he's gonna go right in the back end there, and he's gonna just wreck that sniper's day.
So I guess now we just need to see
What position the
mid.
Svenge is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just support. It seems most solid at this point, but
Well, it was nice that they had the option of running her as a safe lane as well, if they had wanted to. But it's not super, super common to see Venge in the safe lane. But it is, of course, something that was there, possible. Oh, what would you like to see Boofers pick up now?
I don't know. I could see. an alchemist being pretty difficult for them, to be honest. I mean, it's not a very solid hero, but it adds to that team fight and the scale into the later game when heroes like Venge can start to fall off a little bit.
I just don't think. Well, they do have a clockwork. They might be able to make enough space for an elk. I would almost. That might just be too squishy though. Like something like no, because Wind Ranger. See, like Wind Ranger would be good because it would add to their skirmishing lineup, and it would give them, especially when she got the Ags, the ability to really tear down towers fast. But at the same time, like it's so easy to like go ahead and pull Diffusal on her and send her up.
Yeah.
Like, so probably not. TA get bans out here.
I'm not sure about that TA ban. I think they could have dealt with TA perfectly fine. I mean, I guess it's just the mid lane versus sniper. It's kind of annoying, but TA is just annoying for anyone.
It's kind of a greedy lineup coming out from the side of question mark here.
Yeah.
Very greedy lineup. That is going to be a coddle. Oh my goodness. That will add to some more team fight. Again, though, they're very cooldown dependent on the side of question mark here.
Yeah, even more so now. I don't know how they're all gonna farm.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, they have 2 strength heroes. Timbersaw is always great to take down the golems as well. So I guess that does make the Venge support.
Yeah. So I'm guessing Timber actually mid clock in the off lane.
Yeah.
Chen in the jungle, obviously, and they don't really have anyone who can punish the fact that they have a Chen in the jungle either. Coming out from the side of question mark here. And Timber is going to be perfectly fine against Sniper because what's he going to do? Click him? He's just going to regen everything.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of protection against all their physical damage, plus he'll pick up a pipe as well to help with everything.
Alright, well, we're loaded into the game. We'll go ahead and introduce teams as soon as my Dota stops freaking out. Oh my goodness. On the side of Boofers, we've got Spicy Boy's going to be playing the Clockwork. Friend Sanity going to be playing that Vengeful Spirit. Eddie will be playing the Chen. Vivacilio will be playing the Timbersaw. And G3 will be playing the Jug. And a million pings are coming out here over on the side of Team question mark. Alright, let's see if I can remember this right. I think this is Gaggle Smash who's going to be playing the Centaur Warrunner. The question mark is Sniper. That's going to be Satan playing... Well, Sniper. Timmy's dad will be playing the Sven. Sorry, all these question marks are throwing me off. Sora will be playing the Keeper of the Light, and I believe Magic Man will be playing the Warlock. I'm going to screw that all up completely when we get into a team fight. I'm just going to start calling out names.
Yeah, just call it the hero names. You can't go wrong with that. Classic good lunch chef fries.
And no one's going for any sort of smoke here. They're going to play it real safe, making sure that Sniper can get this rune over on the side. Venge is kind of scouting over, making sure that they're not going to be able to throw down any wards, although they did already get one ward down over here on the side, so that's going to be really nice for scouting.
So 3 heroes total were picked in this game that haven't been picked yet in the tournament.
Nice. Well, this is just week 1, so...
Yeah.
And 1,000,001 pings coming out over here on the side with this particular ward. Interesting. I'm wondering if they're trying to mess up Satan's block here. Center ward getting placed on the side, they'll be able to immediately deward. And, again, Timber should be pretty much absolutely fine in this lane against the Sniper here.
He just has to get in his face. And then make Sniper focus on him rather than CS.
Top lane, Clockwork's gonna have a really difficult time with this. Of course, they've got the mana leak on him, they've got stuns. Spicy Boy's gonna have a little bit of a rough time here. And he's trying really hard, but he needs to be so careful. That does a lot of damage, that Shadow Word. And he's already just blown through some regen. He's gonna have to go ahead and solve up.
You're gonna use a shrine.
Shrine already? Oh wow, it's an early shrine.
That was really pointless. He didn't need to do that. He needs to be super careful with positioning here with the mana leak because he could just screw himself over so hard.
Ben's just has to be really careful too down here. She's going and throwing some damage over onto Centaur, but with return, I think eventually it's just going to be more damage that's done to her than actually.
Centaurs are really hard to harass hero.
And Sniper's actually doing a pretty good job here, even though he's getting really bullied by this Timber Saw. 6-3 over on Satan.
Top lane.
And, Clockwork is in a lot of trouble here. Do they have the... Nope, they don't have enough mana. He does have the Mango, but it's on cooldown. He's gonna survive this, actually.
Still has a salve. But he's not getting anything out of this lane right now.
No, he's not even really getting levels. He's only at 1.5 at this point in time. The other... You know, we talked about this being like a kill lane with the Coddle and the Sven up here, because he's always gonna have mana for stun. They're always gonna have the mana leak. And Clockwork, unfortunately, is not a great hero for jungling.
He's just gonna have to suck it up.
He's gotta make it work.
Till he can get 6 eventually.
Oh man, this Timber is looking like he's in a little bit of trouble here. Lots of strap being thrown out. They want to try to get this last hit. Not gonna be quite enough here. I think if he had the Assassinate, maybe they might have been able to do it, but Sniper really throwing his weight around here in the mid lane.
Even if he just had one more shrapnel charge, he might have done it.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble. They're trying to bait him. There's the mana leak coming out here. This is going to be a little bit more mana being placed onto the Sniper, and they just need another click or two. Oh, but this Timber Saw refuses to die, and here comes a Chen creep. Oh, and Sniper will be the first blood.
I didn't even see where he came from, the Chen.
A sneaky Chen, man.
I guess that's the point.
Coddle just boop, boop, get out of here.
That was really good rotation.
Bottom lane, ooh, our Jug is having a really difficult time dealing with the center when he's by himself. Stun coming out here from the Vengeful Spirit. We'll be able to throw out the Wave of Terror, and they're gonna try. Oh, he lands a stun over onto the Juggernaut, trying to run himself forward here. They don't have enough stun, mana rather, for a second stun over on the center. He's gonna make his way out.
Jug also just wasted his salve.
Yeah,
he got cancelled by the stun.
We got Kundalini hanging out down here now all of a sudden. This is quite the magnificent beard on this Coddle set, my goodness. Just casual Coddle running through is able to take down the healing ward though.
Face boots Coddle coming up. Poking in.
This is going to relieve a lot of stress over here on this Clockwork. He's going to be able to get a little bit closer, get his levels. He's actually at level 4 now. So he's doing better. Centaur is actually at level 4 as well, so Clockwork was able to quickly make up for the loss there. Everything's pretty calm in the middle.
Yeah, everything's pretty calm right now. The CS is pretty okay. Pretty standard.
You don't impress Z very easily, guys, with your CS.
That was a pretty early first blood though. I think the average first blood time is around 5 minutes for most of the tournament.
I've seen a lot of first bloods, like, well, maybe not in this particular tournament. They all start to blur together after a while. But just like near rune spots and stuff where they go and to get a smoke. He's got 15 stacks. Okay, the roaming Coddle coming through here. He does have an Invis rune on him though if he needs to go ahead and get out. And he has Timber Chain. He's going to be absolutely fine. It's a pretty hard target to take down. And it's also pretty ballsy when you consider the fact that they had picked the Coddle and they still picked the Timber anyways.
Yeah. I was thinking about that because the Timber Saw is great against the Centaur and the Sven as strength heroes as well as the Golem, but you know, it was a matter of if they cared about mana leak or not.
Looks like they're going to put some pressure down here in the bottom lane. They've got the Troll Summoner, they've got the Centaur, and of course they've got the Hellbear. So they might actually try pushing and try to relieve even more pressure on this Clockwork, who's doing actually a pretty good job. Doesn't have much for CS, obviously, because it's a pretty scary lane, but is getting his levels. And here comes the Chen army. I can definitely understand why they would not want Wyvern in this.
Mm-hmm.
Rotation coming out here on mid. Looks like it's the Kundalini himself. Shrapnel getting thrown out over onto the Timber Saw. Again, he does have the Invis. I don't think he's too concerned, rather. Not confused. TP coming out towards the bottom. They do lose bottom tower, though, in the meanwhile.
Sven actually rushed home straight away and had the Dark Troll come in and net the Timber Saw in an attempt to kill him, but
Is he stacking for himself? Is that why he also grabbed it early? Because I don't see any stacks yet. Maybe he's
that's what he
thinking about
should
the
be doing.
ancients.
Yeah.
Clockwork does have his level 6 now. He's just got boots, no items really, but it's not too much of the clock needs that he can't make up for in a couple kills.
So what do you think the Jug's build? Go-to build here is this game?
I think he wants like an early fighting build definitely because of the way that they have a Chen. Like you don't want a Chen to go into the late game. It's usually not too good. Look at this army though coming forward. Lots of troll summoners. Both of them gonna get rooted here. Lots of damage coming out from Timber. There's gonna be a burst coming out. They need a heal and this is gonna be a very dead Timber Saw. Sniper's gonna ho ho ha ha all his way home here.
The Centaur ult saved his life from all the stuns after from the extra Centaurs.
And we are seeing the stack going on over here in this camp now. They're kind of bugging out on my screen. I don't know if they're bugging out on yours too, but...
Yeah, they're having a disco rave.
Sometimes that's what you need. Oh, T-Tours. We actually see that the Jug able to take down the Centaur. That's a pretty big feat there, even with the regen coming off the shrine.
Surprised he was able to get that actually.
Invisrune available top for the bottom here. This is pretty smart coming out from the Timber Saw. He's picked up some raindrops now, so he won't be able to get spammed with the shrapnel quite as easily.
So we didn't talk about it much, but which draft do you think is better? Or not better, but has a better chance of winning, if you want to put it a different way?
That's a good question here. I think it depends. I feel like if they can get the early advantage, the side of Boofers is in a really good position here. Which it seems like they've got a little bit of an advantage. Oh, Chen coming around the back end here. He actually has a Harpy. That chain lightning. Oh, but now Eddie is in a lot of trouble. In comes everyone else, and this Jug just gonna let his Chen die. He realizes that there's no way that he can go up against that without the rest of his team.
That's kind of unfortunate. It's not a huge deal, but the Jug almost finished off the Centaur.
He needs to get out of here. Like, I don't know why he's hanging out. There's almost the entire team other than Sniper.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he dodges it though. He's able to go ahead, spin his way out.
Okay, but he's going back in.
What a crazy Jug, man. G3. You are crazy.
Space created.
And that's 4 people now that have rotated down to the spot lane from Team Question Mark. They're gonna try to take this tower. They don't have the God Strength anymore though. So they're not gonna take it quite as fast, but it doesn't look like they're even gonna contest the tier 1 bottom, so.
Going on the Sniper mid.
They can't seem to quite get the vision. They have a stun coming out from Venge, and that's gonna be a dead Sniper. Didn't even need the Timber Chain, that didn't connect. And now they need to be really careful though, because the rest of the team is rotating. And they have to know, okay, God Strength is back up here on the Sven. Like we talked about earlier, they need to play around the cooldown timings. And they'll have a very good advantage.
I think that's one of the problems with their drafts. I actually do prefer Boofers in that sense, just because they can kind of just constantly keep up pressure with the Chen army and the constant fear of the Clockwork Hook. They always have to watch out for that.
Well, like we said earlier, they've got more of a skirmishing lineup, which I think definitely is advantageous when you have large cooldowns on the other side. Have not seen Clockwork do really anything quite yet, though. I think he's trying to finish up this Blade Mail before he really engages, but I don't know. I don't like a farming clockwork. I feel like it's better to try to, you know, get a gank off with a friend.
Mm-hmm. They can do a lot with a Chen and a Clockwork,
Oh yeah.
even just by themselves.
And like Sniper's having a difficult time here in mid because, you know, there's not much that he can do against this Timber Saw really. He doesn't quite have that Dragon Lance finished yet. And Sven actually is gonna go ahead, pop the God Strength, take this Ancient stack, which will give him a nice infusion of cash. And he's also finished his Echo Saber now, which will be helpful. But again, that's another cooldown. It's about 70-second now. I feel like Boofers could be a little bit more aggressive with their warding because Sven really hasn't been showing on the map, so they've got to know that he's doing farming in the jungle, and if they can catch the timings, this Timber Saw is really just taking a bath here in this shrapnel. He's lucky that Sniper wasn't paying attention and doesn't go for the assassinate.
Yeah, he could have had that for sure.
Absolutely. In fact, he's looking at the shrine. He figures he's probably going to be over there. We'll be able to score himself a regen in though in the meanwhile.
I agree with you at the wards, though. They need to get maybe smoke up and get a ward up in there, because the Sven is just gonna snowball. He's just gonna keep on farming until he's just gonna keep on farming, and Clockwork needs to find him, get the hook shot, and then just need to take it down before they can get Golem out or whatever.
Well, also being able to just keep tabs on when he's using God Strength and when he's not, because if you play around that's huge right there. And T-Tours, we actually lose the Coddle in the bot lane here. It's kind of weird because we're not seeing any really big team fights. We're just seeing these little skirmishes where people are just a little bit out of place, and they're able to capitalize on it. And we do see them kind of snaking around the side here. They do have God Strength up on Sven. They've got a smoke. They're looking to get a kill. There's a lot of things to cleave off of. In fact, the Chen actually will be the one who is probably going to fall. And they go ahead, they pop the Centaur ult. He uses Hand of God. In comes the golems coming out here from the Warlock. And we lose the Chen. Clockwork trying to run himself back here. But, I mean, they used 2 big ultis there. And, only got 1 kill.
Chen also kited them all the way over there just to sacrifice himself and buy his team some more time to get back up, so they're gonna push with the golem for sure.
Well, see, God Strength is down now, again. Like, that's the downside of this. They will land a stun over onto the Timber Saw. In comes the Vengeful Spirit, nice blinding light coming in as well. And, oh, there's a nice Cogs coming out. We're still probably gonna lose this Clockwork. Timber can't get anywhere near it. He doesn't have enough mana. We'll just kind of tap him a little bit, but that might have been a mistake because I think he might be getting taken down now by the Sniper. In comes the Assassinate, and we'll barely make it out by the skin of his teeth here. That could have been a space for the Jug, though.
Yeah, that could have been a much better play. I think the Clogs were good, but unfortunately Clockwork missed his hook. He tried to clump them all together, but it was just a little off, unfortunately. So could have went a little bit better, but
I don't like the Venge having treads here.
I don't like that either.
I think that if you're gonna play her as a support, and especially if you've got a Timber Saw on your team, you really need to get the mana boot.
Yeah,
it
for
really
sure.
stinks. I get it. Like, I play support all the time, and I'd rather get Tranks actually on my Vengeful Spirit. But when you have a mana hungry team like this, you definitely need that mana booty.
Yeah, treads is just unnecessary. You don't need it.
Well, treads is good if you're going to transition into a carry later on, definitely, but they don't really need that at this
I don't
point
think
in
they
time.
need that.
And there's going to be another tower getting taken down here.
Timber Saw's first item is going to be a Lotus Orb as well.
Oh man, that's actually pretty huge.
Yeah, for the stun.
Ooh, going uphill. This is a little scary. Okay, Venge.
Shrine's up.
Oh, there's the God Strength coming out, and they're able to dodge it, but this Timber Saw. Nice swap coming out from the bench. He's going to go ahead and try to sacrifice himself. It's not quite going to be enough. And in comes the Jug. He's going to try to get a couple of these things off. This is looking disastrous for the side of Boofers here. Clockwork trying to sacrifice himself, trying to make a little bit of space here. They're still able to take down yet another hero, and the Centaur now in a lot of trouble. Looks like he's going to be able to survive because of the Shadow Word. And Timmy's dad, he is just on the warpath. Nice blink forward coming out from the center, sitting very, very low though with that double edge. In fact, actually going to get taken down by one of the Chen creeps. Now Spicy Boy running for his life. Shrapnel's just slowing him down. They've got the Jug healing ward helping him out, but that did not go well. They took way too long on the low ground, I think.
They shouldn't have gone there in the first place. Hookshot was down. Hand of God was down. And those are two pretty big things, actually. Especially if you're going against high ground with an active shrine against a warlock and a Sven.
It's actually pretty incredible when you think about how different the game is now that we have shrines added in.
It is a huge deal.
You have to be so much more careful of the way that you play and approach doing ganks and such. Sniper does have a Maelstrom now. He's completed his Dragonlance, so he's going to be dishing out a little bit more damage, a little bit faster. Then meanwhile, in the top lane, they know that God Strength is down. They might be able to go up there and do something if they have the clockwork up. Jug just gonna come forward, he's gonna disjoint the spin, and now they're gonna try to give chase, but Sven has his Blink Dagger and he will be absolutely fine here.
Do you think Warlock just goes straight for eggs here? What does he do?
I don't think he can really, well, I feel like he needs another utility item, personally.
Force Staff is always great against Clockwork.
Yeah, the support should definitely have a Force Staff. I mean, they do have the Blinding Light that'll be coming out from Coddle, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, Coddle's working on a Force Staff. I feel like Coddle would be better to keep the Guardian Greaves on. Or to just get a mechanism on in general, to help them prolong pushes and keep the sniper alive. Looks like
Juggernaut
he's very close to getting that Guardian Greaves as well.
He picked up a Sanjin Yasha as his first item.
We figured that because we figured he'd be more of a skirmisher early. I mean,
I guess that makes sense
be bad
too.
on him too.
Yeah.
Kind of eat up all the mana coming out from the Jug. Or not Jug, sorry, the Sven.
Normally when I play an early fighting Jug, if I'm not going to Shiza, I go Manta, but it does make sense not to go Manta here. I feel kind of useless.
He can Manta dodge the stun, but I mean, he's already spinning and disjointing the stun anyway, so I don't think that's a big concern for him there.
And if he wants to use his illusions to fight, they just get completely destroyed by most of their team anyways.
Oh, they do see the sniper over there in the trees. Timbersaw coming forward. I'm not sure if he's going to do anything really here. We'll just be able to clean up the wave and Sniper will TP himself out. And that's one thing that I do remember about Satan. When he plays his sniper, he's got pretty good map awareness and he's able to kind of just wiggle his way through a lot of bad situations. And Jug actually going to be able to clean up the Sven. I'm not sure they want to fight into this, honestly. Like, they're all retreating right now, but they really need that Sven up to be able to fight them, I think. Sorry for all the T-tours tonight, guys. It is a bit late. I was not intending on casting this.
Sorry to drag you into this one, Moxie.
It's fine.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Well, I think Pythian's going to be taking over for game number 2. He's going to be not on ticket, but in Dota TV. There's a Hellbear just kind of hanging out here. I think Eddie's trying to run himself out frantically. But yeah, here comes the sniper. He's just going to be able to flop him right down. And Clockwork needs to just boogie himself out. He does have that Blade Mail. Could opt to pop it right now if he really wanted, but ooh, that was very, very close. That's a dead clock.
I'm not sure why, but Timbersaw has changed his decision on items and has decided to go for Bloodstone instead.
Bloodstone, he really needs Bloodstone, honestly, though. Like, he can't just get by with a Soul Ring. He needs that mana regen, especially because the fact that the Vengeful Spirit has not opted to go for mana boots.
I think that was one of the biggest things, the no mana boots on bench.
And we're seeing the Diffusal coming out on Jug now, like I was thinking he would. These new creeps are so strong. I hate when they root me.
The Prowlers?
Yeah, I hate those guys.
They're extremely annoying.
And again, we're lacking a lot of vision coming out from the side of the Boofers here. We do have, you know, one ward over here in the jungle, one over here on the eye spot on the top lane, but it's not really giving them a lot of information. In fact, poor Chen is going to be the sacrificial lamb here again. And he's just gone.
No god strength needed.
That'd be a good team name, right?
Yeah. What's the best team name you've seen so far? The funniest one.
I do like... Oh, I've seen a lot of really good ones actually. I liked Hit It and Crit It originally, which they're actually in this tournament.
That's actually pretty good. I like that.
Hot Singles in Your Area is another that's going to be joining again after doing LD2SL. And Noda. Actually, I don't think they did LD2SL. I know they didn't do Requiem Autumn.
I think I saw Lich Gonna Steal Your Girl.
I do like that one too. Those are like the first two that really come to the top of my mind. And Centaur gonna hightail it here out of the top lane. It's got that Hood of Defiance completed as well. I feel like the Timbersaw is just a little too all over the place with his item choices. I feel like he could be doing more if he had found one thing and just kind of stuck to it.
Yeah. But I think he's stuck to the Bloodstone now, but it's definitely screwed him over picking up the plate mail first.
Looks like Chen's gonna be picking up lads here. And they've got such nice wards coming out here from the side of Question Mark. You've got that nice ward here in the middle of the jungle. They haven't been doing really any de-warding over there. And you do have one over here into the entryway near their Ancients.
They have a smoke on Warlock. I think they're gonna do it.
And it does look like Warlock's going for those Guardian Greaves like we talked about. Top tower will get taken down. They have to suspect something's up because no one's showing in any of these lanes here. They use a scan, there's nothing going on in their jungle, and yeah, I have a feeling that they should just move into their jungle if they're not visible right now. Because they're definitely looking for a gank. This Chen. I'm so scared for him. No, Chen,
might be
you're
the
going
Clockwork,
the wrong
actually.
way. They
Oh,
break
that
the
was a
smoke,
little
though.
early.
Oh, now the Clockwork's down. A lot of trouble here. He's not even going to get the chance to get the plate mail off. He's just going to get sliced in half. And they haven't popped the God Strength again here. Are they going to go for Roche? What are they thinking? They're chasing after the Chen.
Oh my goodness, he's
Oh,
dead.
hand to God, he's still dead. Still very, very dead. Meanwhile, Jug on the back end here. We'll get a couple nice bounces, but there's the God Strength coming out. They need to just Delta split right now so they don't all get hit with that one stun, especially because the center does have the blink, and now we're going to lose the Vengeful Spirit. Tries in vain to turn around, try to get a stun off, and now they're going to throw back this Timbersaw. He's not going to be able to get away from that either.
That was huge. They knew something was up, but they thought, you know, we can take it. But they couldn't. Fortunately.
And they're gonna go for this rush. They don't have the God Strength on the Sten, but they've got plenty of tank here. There's plenty of damage here over on the Sniper as well. Looks like you're gonna try to contest it though, and this
Clockwork has hookshot.
yeah, this isn't going down fast enough for them. I think they need to retreat. Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do here.
This poor Coddle.
Poor Coddle and poor Chen. Just
Actually,
constantly.
Venge has the lowest net worth right now. She has Medallion though.
I like how you make it sound like, well, she has Medallion. It's alright.
It's you got something. It's an item.
That's true. It's better than when
In case someone flames you. Just say that.
They do spot. They have a sentry ward right here. This centaur does not know what's about to hit him. They don't have any dust though, so he's gonna be absolutely fine. Lucky break for him. We almost have a bloodstone now on the timber, so I think that'll be really good for him as long as he can stay alive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in. They're gonna check Roche. It's not that low. I don't think they want to do it. They do spot the centaur yet again. There's the clock shot coming in. We'll be able to go ahead, throw him in the cogs. Oh, nice blinding light coming out from the Coddle here. They go ahead, they use the ultimate. There's the BKB pulled out over here onto the Sven. He's just doing so much damage with God Strength. We'll be able to timber chain themselves out. No, we'll throw back the Chakram, try to slow them down. Bench. Oh, nice stun coming out here. Timbersaw gonna be able to probably make his way out. There's the blink coming forward though. Oh no, it's not enough. There's a nice swap coming out from Venge. I don't think he even knows where he is right now. And they're still just trying to kite the Sven. Nice play coming out from Timbersaw. We'll be able to save his life. There's gonna be another stun. The turnaround coming out here. Timmy's dad taking all this punishment. Meanwhile, in the back end, we see that Clockwork was able to take out the Centaur. And that was definitely a victory coming out for the side of Boofers here. They didn't get the Roche. They got a couple kills. They got the God Strength BKB and the Warlock ulti all taken out now.
They can go back in for the rush. I'm surprised that they managed to take that fight back. They initiate on Centaur, which is not the best hero to initiate, and they seem like they were able to
They're too
counter
low to be
initiate on the side of
taking
Team
this
Question.
Roche. This is really bad for them. They should not be doing this now. Oh, in comes the set. He wants to come in. Nice Hand of God coming out, but they're still gonna lose the Clockwork in the meanwhile. They were just too low. They're gonna give him a free Roche now.
They're just not playing as disciplined as they should.
No. And there's the God Strength. That's a very dead Jug. And that's also gonna be a Roche, I think. There's the Blink coming forward. Doesn't quite have enough for the stun quite yet. Doesn't even need it. Roche Diaries. Day 3.
I was like a little happy for Boofer there because
It's a godlike
they managed.
coming out from the sniper too, by the way.
Oh my goodness, that's a full team wipe. I was really happy for them at first. I'm like, wow, they actually managed to get some positives out of that fight that I thought was going to be for Team Question Mark at first, when they were able to counter initiate. But then they just, unfortunately, they couldn't read what they needed properly. They needed to just take what they had and go, but they wanted to go for the Roche instead.
Well, this is the typical thing that happens with the sniper, though. You've got these really beefy faces up front and center, and then you've just got snipers sitting in the back that's really taking you down, because you need to fight through all of that first. And honestly, they need this Clockwork to kind of get in behind back lines, but he's just not being able to find the positioning that he needs here, especially with everything else being running at his face.
It's definitely hard for Boofer to do anything now.
Well, they're kind of lost their window now because the Chen isn't as good as it used to be. Like, he did a little bit of pushing earlier, but he falls off pretty hard, unfortunately.
They didn't emphasize enough on their early game and pressure and push enough. And Sven just kind of free farmed. They didn't have the vision, like you said, to be able to watch what he's doing, see what his cooldowns are, and kind of work around that. And most of the time, they haven't been able to get the initiation that they need, like a pick off with Clockwork or whatever. Right? But I guess that's part of 7.0 meta. The just always be together. Pickoffs are just harder and harder to do.
I mean, the only one who's not really with the rest of the team right now is the sniper. But oh, and there it is. That's the Blink Dagger is going to help him so much more with the positioning and being able to like stay out of harm's way here. It's going to be very hard for them to pin down the sniper now. He's got to complete here.
Even if he is separated, you always have recall on the Coddle as well. You're not even gonna smoke.
I mean, what can they really do against this at this point right now?
They don't have the damage to be able to kill any of their frontliners.
Exactly.
You got a Golem coming at you, you got a really tanky Sven that just smacks you right in the face.
Got all stabs here too. He's just a monster right now.
Aegis as well. They're just gonna go for Rex. Boofers just
they're
taking what they can get.
Sniper. They want this, but he's gonna be able to get himself out. And I think Coddle has his ultimate if he wants to do the recall on him. In fact, it looks like that's what he's gonna do right now.
Yeah.
Or Sniper's just gonna go ahead and TP over to mid. Push them off. Look at this army. They're just trying everything they can to try to slow them down, but it's just not gonna be quite enough, I don't think. They pop the shrine over in the corner. There's gonna be the clock shot coming in, but it's over onto the centaur, which is not maybe the best. This Coddle, though, is just a monster here with these blinding lights coming in. Sensei just popped. He's gonna come back up here. He's popped the BKB. He's got the God Strength. He's ready to go now. Nice stun coming out from the center. Gonna be able to get the kill over onto the Jug. Able to take down the Vengeful Spirit as well. The buyback will come out from the Juggernaut. There's the BKB on the Clockwork, or not the BKB, sorry, the Blade Mail coming in. But Sven really doesn't seem to care, although that's a lot of damage coming out from this Timber Saw. He's actually able to take him down. And now the rest of the team in a little bit of trouble. They don't have their tanky Sven to kind of block everything from them. They still have the Centaur, but Sniper's in a little bit more of a predicament. He does have the Hurricane Pike. Will turn back around throughout the Shrapnel. Might be able to get the kill up here over onto the Timber Saw. He's totally out of mana, and that will be a Beyond Godlike. Now over onto the Sniper with the Maelstrom. He's able to take down the Healing Ward over on the Jug. Blinks forward. He wants this kill. I think they just need to focus on the racks, though. Clockwork, what a player. He is just ready to go. He's got no fear. He's got no mana either.
Just gonna say that. Cuddle leaked him as soon as he hookshotted.
So that's smart. This Coddle, man, is quite the player. I'm loving these blinding lights. Every time that Clockwork comes in with any sort of like cogs or anything, he just pushes him out. He's got that blink, not blink, sorry, the Force Staff as well. Like, he's saved a lot of these fights, honestly. Like, he's corrected the positioning.
And that's kind of their biggest problem right now for Boofer, is their positioning. Not their biggest problem, but definitely a problem. But you're right, the blinding lights have been really good. There's times in the mid lane river too, will blinding light someone right onto the cliff, and then they're completely unreachable by their team. And they've honestly been game winning. Coddle's always interesting to watch. I hope we see him more.
One of those heroes that is really annoying. Like, I don't think you realize just how annoying he can be.
That's okay. I used to main support and I used to play a lot of Coddle.
So
I know the joy.
You were
I know
the
joy.
Understood.
Yeah. I was back in the day though.
Soon, so he's already so incredibly hard to kill. As long as he's hitting something, he is going to be unstoppable. I don't even think they can... Yeah, they've got to go back to the base. I don't think they can jump on them ahead of time.
After these shrines and another Roche, maybe like 5 more minutes, Centaur's gonna have his eggs up as well. And I'm not sure what Boofer's gonna be able to do.
Sniper has Scotty now.
Yeah.
Like, he's
they're
gonna
all...
be able to sit so far back and just kite them for days. This is... Also, look at the range on Sniper. Like, it gets so ridiculous with the Dragonlance.
Wait till he gets plus 100 attack range.
Oh yeah, right? You can just sit in the fountain and shoot their ancient then. Timber needs to be a little bit careful here. He does have the Lotus Orb. He's got like no charges left on the Bloodstone, which is too bad because he was doing a pretty decent job early on against Sniper in lane, but these engagements have not been going well for him. And they're all over their jungle.
I could go on the Timber Saw so easy right now.
And I think that's what they're thinking. Yeah, he's gonna try to TP himself out. Centaur does have the blink stun. They're... Oh, yeah, Blinding Light does not actually stop channeling.
I think Centaur could have blinked on that, but...
I mean, they have unobscured daytime vision, too, because they have the Coddle Ags, but... It's not a huge deal. This poor Vengeful Spirit. Guys, someone else buy some wards for a change. Let Venge get something else here.
Can I just point out something really interesting? And I'm not really sure if I agree with this. Oh, hold on.
Ooh, the initiation coming out over here. Sniper gonna be able to force his way back. Is not even concerned. All the mobility on the Sniper. That is one thing that you will see with a lot of Satan's characters that he likes to play, is he's... Oh boy, this is looking not so good for Timber Saw here. He's gonna need to Timber Chain himself back. Constant slow coming out. He's still going. He's gonna get him. By hook or by crook. He is gonna get... Oh, the Timber Chain doesn't catch. And he actually just goes ahead and uses his Bloodstone. Meanwhile, in the base, we're seeing that the bottom racks are actually getting taken down here. Sven has the God Strength, but he's taking a lot of damage. They're gonna go for the Delta Hug here. Go ahead, pop the fountain over onto the side. Gonna try to force the Jug back. This is looking very bad for him. Sniper just blinking away again in the back lines. Has no other care in the world. Gonna have to go ahead, pop yet another shrine, move them back here. Buyback coming out from the Clockwork. They just have their eyes on the prize. They're gonna go right over here for this tower. Meanwhile, Coddle leading them on a merry chase. Stun immediately coming out. I'm not sure what the Jug was thinking here. Stomp will come out as well. Another stun coming out from the Vengeful Spirit. God Strength is down now. They might want to try to back off a little bit here.
caught him mana leak on the Clockwork again.
And that heal coming out from the Coddle is just too good. It's just sustaining them completely. They go ahead, they eat the cheese as well. It sounds like they didn't think there was a cheese. And there goes the Chen. There's the GG call.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before, though, that's one thing I really like about a lot of Satan's characters that he plays is that they tend to be very, very slippery. He has
Yeah.
a lot of mobility items. He also plays a lot of Puck. That's another one of his signature heroes. And he's just very good about positioning at all times and making sure that, you know, he's in the right spot, right time. But, that was a nice match there. GG,
Yeah.
both teams. Congratulations over to Team Question Mark. Thank you so much for co-casting with me today on my stream, Z.
Thanks for staying up late and casting with me.
Yeah, no problem. I think we're gonna have the second match. I believe Pythian Legume is gonna be covering it. I'm gonna double check with him and I'll link it in actual stream after. But otherwise, guys, thanks so much for watching. Next match for Echo League that I will be casting that I know of right now, of course that can always change, is on Wednesday. I am casting Team NT. So make sure you're around for that. Otherwise, guys, have a great night. Thanks for watching.